Today we are going to focus on how to use Quizlet in 4th grade English Language Arts classrooms. We will use this site to help students get a better understanding of the Indiana Academic Standard 4.4.6 of using knowledge of all morphology, which is the study of words and how they're formed, with the use of just prefixes and suffixes. So Quizlet is really excellent for teaching this grade group this standard. So now we're going to go ahead and click into the site, and I already made a set for prefixes and suffixes. So what's great about this is it really hits all of the 4 E's because students can really go at their own pace and pick which mini game suits best for their learning. So they can do flashcards, they can spell it out if they need to, they can have mini quizzes, they can match the definition with the term, or they can do little fun mini games as well. So here's what one of the matching games look like, and it's a time crunch. So you would just go ahead and match them all up. Not going to do that in regard to time right now, but most of these games are a time crunch, which really will hit the students' competitiveness, which makes them really want to try hard for these games. So for the 4 E's, it hits effectiveness because of the little mini games that you can play, because it helps the students to retain the information more easy because it repeats back and forth. You can play the mini games as many times as needed. And teachers can go back on the site and check students' progress to make sure that they do actually understand the concept. And then this also hits efficiency of the 4 E's because the teacher will save time preparing lessons over the standard because students will be able to study the method of their own choice, and the site is free because it saves the school money. So here's another one of the things that the students could do. They could take little mini tests of this to prepare them for tests in class. They can go to options down here and figure out how they want to do it. Maybe they just kind of want to do multiple choice, create new test, and here's the multiple choice version for them to understand it a little bit better. And then it also hits the E for enhancement because students get to better understand the standard through visualizations and auditory. Because if you go to things like Speller, one of these mini games, it's type what you hear, so you can hear, you can replay it. Ed, so you just type it out, and I got it correct. So it really helps the students to interact because you can hear it, you have visualizations, which is why it hits engagement, because this site engages students. It is fun mini games because it challenges students to beat their time, so students can kind of compete within the classroom to find out who can beat the fastest time, especially in like these matching games. As you can see, the time is running down in this corner right here, and maybe you and your buddy that sits next to you want to have a race for time. It really will push the students to try hard and compete to get a good score and do well with learning this standard. Here's another one of the mini games. It's like a little video game in outer space where you just see the definition and you type out the answer really quickly. So yeah, that is Quizlet and how it relates to the 4 E's.